Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, reveal the books I bought this week, and, if I screw up, a blooper reel. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nolly, and I am the Comic Hero. Coming to you from Southern Realms Comics and Games here in Ruston, Louisiana. Now, it's December. It's Christmas time. And as I said in a Facebook post a few days ago, this is an old Comic Hero tee. I've actually worn this since I first started doing the show 4 years ago. I don't exactly remember what, I want to say it was episode 9. That's what it was. Episode 9 was when I first wore this tee. And I wore it every Christmas for ever since then. But after this episode, I'm going to retire it. Now you're probably wondering, Vic, why were you retire a shirt? Well, there's only one good reason for that. And that's only because ever since my mom and I started our t-shirt making business, I learned how to use the vinyl method of making t-shirts. So what I'm pretty much saying is, out with the old, in with the new. And beginning next week, I'm going to wear a new Christmas-themed Comic Hero tee, and that will be the tee that I'll be. And it's actually going to be one of 3. Episode 193 through 195, I will be wearing 3 new tees. And those were the tees I'm going to be wearing moving forward every Christmas beginning next week. Oh, right. Nothing. Let's give away a free t-shirt. Alright, last week's episode, I asked, what is Lex Luthor's natural hair color? Believe it or not, he wasn't always bald. The correct answer is red. And 11 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is... Ryan Slack from Ruston, Louisiana. So congratulations, Ryan. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode. And this has a little to do with the Infinity Gauntlet. As a matter of fact, it has a lot to do with the Infinity Gauntlet. Name all 6 stones that make up the Infinity Gauntlet. Everyone who answers correctly will be in a drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. Now, D'Angelo Ballou from Warren, Ohio, has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features 2 vicious hunters from 2 different publications. Representing Marvel, we have Kraven the Hunter. And representing Valiant, we have Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. These 2 are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call... The Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Kraven the Hunter versus Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. Kraven the Hunter possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability, and longevity, heightened senses and reflexes, is a skilled hunter and marksman, and is a skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Turok Dinosaur Hunter is an Olympic-level athlete, master archer, knife fighter, marksman, hunter, tracker, and wilderness survivalist. Who will win? This would start off with weapons. The 2 wouldn't be able to land a shot on each other because of Kraven's heightened senses and Turok's survivalist skills. They would then resort to hand-to-hand combat. Because this is right up Kraven's alley, he'd end this quickly by ripping off one of Turok's legs and beating him to death. Kraven the Hunter wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that fight, and if you have fight requests for future episodes, contact info is down there. Alright then, it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! All right, I'm going to talk about two things in this segment of Comically Speaking. The first thing is the trailer to Avengers Infinity War. It premiered Tuesday morning during a commercial break on Good Morning America on ABC. And a lot of awesome things about this trailer I love. How all the Avengers, after what happened in Captain America Civil War, finally decide to join forces again. And not just all the Avengers and all the characters that were in there, but also Spider-Man and then Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, the only thing I didn't like about it was the character design for Thanos. Take a look. Now, my good friend James Posey from Bossier City, Louisiana, who is an excellent graphic artist, he came up with his own rendition of Thanos. Take a look. Now, doesn't that look so much better? I think it does. And Marvel, if any of y'all that works for Marvel, where you work in the comics division or Marvel Studios division, y'all really need to take a very good look at what my friend James has come up with. Take that into consideration. I mean, no disrespect, but that version of Thanos that was in the trailer looked like a cross between the Hulk and the Purple Man. And not in a good way. But anyway, Avengers Infinity War hits theaters May 4th of next year. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is ShreveCon. And while I'm thinking about it, next week, in episode 193, I'm going to be doing a split edition, a two-part episode rather, of the show, where part one will be right here at Southern Realms Comics and Games, and part two will be at ShreveCon. Now, ShreveCon is going to be on the campus of Centenary College of Louisiana in Shreveport. Now, you're probably wondering, Vic, why do you say that? Why isn't there only one Centenary College? Nope. There are two of them. There's one in Shreveport, and there's one in New Jersey. Dropped a little knowledge on you, did you? Or did I? Mm-hmm. But it's going to be on the campus of Centenary College of Louisiana. I will be there. And one of the notable guests that are going to be there are Brant Fowler and Lisa Moore from Last Ember Press. I met them at Louisiana Comic-Con last April, and I promised them that I would interview them, and they said, "Come on." So if anyone that's in Northwest Louisiana, or if you're just driving from a long distance like me, and you're planning to head out there, I'll see you there. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now then, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. All right, I'm not going to give a brief description of each book. I'm just going to let you know what they are. All right, first up. Sorry. Had to get these in a certain order. All right, first up is Royals number 10. Royals number 11. Teen Titans number 14. U.S. Avengers number 12. Action Comics number 992. Justice League number 32. And finally, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 33. All right, that's 7 I bought, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 8,347. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Name all 6 stones that make up the Infinity Gauntlet. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Ryan Slack, who won a free tee in this week's episode. All right, it's birthday time here at the Comic Hero Show, and happy birthday, a very special happy birthday, might I add, to my little sister, Gabrielle Nunley. And also happy birthday to Dustin Ross, Amy Noonan, Courtney Owens, Megan Force, Brandon Wright, Labrencia Harris, Cynthia Mathis, Hillary Stokes, Colleen McWilliams, Tiffany Grant, John Farmer, and a very special happy birthday to a little girl who was just born a few days ago, Meredith Ferguson. She's the daughter of evil twin number 1, Brian Ferguson, and his wife, Katie. All right, there's a toy drive that's happening here in Ruston. As a matter of fact, it just got started yesterday. Tis the season kids toy drive, and it's going to run all the way until December 16th. So if you're watching this and your kids have toys they don't play with anymore, or if you're a kid and you're watching this and you have toys you don't play anymore, or if you're an adult and you're watching this and you don't have toys you don't play with anymore, decent toys, tasteful toys, go ahead and donate to them. They'll all go to a worthy cause. Oh, and every Christmas, always look forward to wearing this shirt along with 3 other shirts that I worn, and I'm gonna miss wearing them because this is the first Christmas shirt I ever wore, and I started wearing this right after I started doing the show. It was episode 9, very classic episode, but you know, sometimes when I started learning when I learned how to use the vinyl heat press method of making shirts, I knew it was only a matter of time before I had to stop wearing these other shirts. But don't worry, I'm not going to throw them away. What I'm going to do, with this shirt, as well as other shirts that I worn in earlier episodes, I'm going to be selling them. And I'm going to be selling them anywhere between $3 to $7. So if you're watching this and you're about my size, which is anywhere between a medium to an extra large, you'll be able to wear a shirt that I once wore. But don't worry, I will wash them. I would never sell a shirt after I just wore it. I will wash it first, and then I will sell it. And next week, in episode 193, I'm going to be wearing a new Christmas-themed Comic Hero tee. I just got finished designing. There are going to be 3 different kinds, and I'm not going to give away what they're going to look like. But as soon as I'm done with each of them, I will post them on social media for everyone to see. All right, I'm Victor Nunley. I'm the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 193 here at Southern Realms Comics and Games, also at ShreveCon in Shreveport, Louisiana. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero. Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, reveal the books I bought this week, and I left out something. Dadgummit! Alright, last week's episode I asked, what is Lex Luthor's natural hair color? No, he wasn't born bald, by the way. He's... okay.
Yeah, no, I got something right next to the mill. Where I couldn't turn around and take a long way either.
You could.
Oh, no. I was in the right lane where there were cars in the left lane.
The start of the parade is right there at the school by their house.
I was literally...
Y'all are probably wondering why I'm not filming right now, because I'm really enjoying this conversation. Oh, by the way, that's another blooper.
After the 16th.
December 16th?
Yeah. January would miss Christmas, dear.
Okay. Tis the season, kids' toy drive. Got it. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you have a... went backwards, kind of. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Name all 6 stones that make up the Infinity Gauntlet. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Ryan Slack, who won a free tee in this week's episode of the show. All right, it's birthday time here at the Comedy here.